And here we are. Tyler, you are looking different today.
And I've got the giggles. Apparently, I'm noteworthy. Thank you.
You're very noteworthy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the best word we could come up with. Noteworthy, yes.
Noteworthy. Obviously, I'm not Tyler. So thanks for having me today, Kevin.
You bet. Susi Lafaele, who is our director of the Washington County Fair.
That is correct.
Yeah, it's so great to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Tyler would love to be here, but he's taking care of his babies today.
He better be watching live on Facebook.
I hope he is. I hope he better be. You're right. He better be. If he's a true patriot,
right?
As they say, yeah.
If I'm filling in.
So how you been?
Good.
Did you breathe a couple deep breaths and sleep for 48 hours, or what happened?
Not yet. It's officially been 2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks since the
opened.
fair?
Yes.
Wow.
I officially got my stitch out today.
Yeah, you had a big sliver in your hand or something, didn't you? Do you want to
did.
show the people your wound?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if you can see.
Is it swollen?
No, wow, thanks, Kev. No, my hands are just fat.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
No.
Wow.
Wow, Kev. No, it's a little tender, still a little red, but
I'm no doctor, Susie.
I did have
play one on TV.
about the size of a matchstick.
Yeah,
a sliver.
Seriously?
Yes.
In your hand?
In my hand, in the palm of my hand.
And it took a stitch to fix it.
Yeah, sure
Is
did.
that right, huh?
Yep, they pulled it out.
Oh my gosh.
And I got one stitch. And my very first stitch.
Yeah, ever in your whole life?
Ever.
Have you ever broken a bone?
No.
Okay, wow.
Courtesy
so
of the
this
Washington
is it?
County Fair.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your first battle wound right there.
I know. Well, there was some blood, sweat, and tears happening there.
Oh, I bet that was awful. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to go through
Good
that.
times.
Yeah,
it was all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, we are called the Karoke Brothers when Tyler's here. And so we like to do a little bit of karaoke stuff. So I was thinking, I know you, Susie, you sing once in a while.
Once
right?
in a while.
Yeah.
I don't sing well.
Well,
once in a while.
Hey, it's karaoke. So
okay.
You can, damn the torpedoes, as they
Let's
say,
do
right?
it.
Yeah. But anyway, so do you have a song that you might want to just give us a little snippet of, just a little piece?
No.
No.
Do you have one?
What about the Dixie song?
Which, are you from Dixie?
Yeah.
Sure.
Should we do that together?
I'll do that.
I'm trying to remember the words, so you lead us on, because I know you know it.
I feel like we have to be walking,
Yeah.
right? It's like a marching song.
Is this, by the way, are we going to be in trouble if we sing the Dixie song?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you from Dixie?
I said from Dixie, where the fields of cotton beckon to me. I say, how be ya?
Yeah.
And I say, how be ya? And and the friends we're longing to see. Sorry,
if you're from
Santa Clara, Washington, or St. George Fine, anywhere below the Iron County line. I said from Dixie. Hurrah for Dixie, 'cause I'm from Dixie too.
Yeah.
Woo!
Man, I screwed that up bad.
Wow, me too. I completely forgot the words. We used to have to sing that almost at every ribbon cutting.
Right. But
every
usually
parade.
they have the words so that you can cheat. Yeah. But it really is not that difficult.
No.
If Mayor MacArthur was here, he'd be so ashamed.
Don't tell him, please. That song, Little History, was written by Rowene DeFiore.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I know her, but...
Well, she's dead now.
Oh.
But
okay. But the theater.
The DeFiore Center, named after her. And she, I believe, was... I don't know if she was a teacher here at Dixie State University.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But she penned that song, I believe.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Don't quote me, but she has some connection.
Are you from Dixie? It's very catchy if you just remember the words.
I know. Next time, Kev.
Okay,
we'll be more prepared.
We'll be ready, ready to go, just like we are on the floats with the Sunshiner.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a while.
So Suze recently was she served with the Chamber of Commerce and Pam Palermo, who's been on our show before. And I can tell you right now that Susie is the most valuable player when it comes to any event that's happening in southern Utah.
That's a tall order.
No,
Kevin.
it's really
Thank
it
you.
is really true. I mean, any event that you guys have done, I know that you've done most organizations. You've done golf tournaments. Mm-hmm. You've done any kind of event for the public that involves booths and other businesses, right?
Yep.
business fairs you've done.
Yes.
I mean, you've done
galas,
all kinds of
luncheons.
crazy stuff,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, luncheons every week. So
Yeah.
you organize all those things, make sure people show up and make sure they know when it is and disseminate all the information and then, all the cleanup, all the everything. That's you.
Can you believe I did that for 10 years?
I don't know. Can you?
No.
Did it hurt as bad as that sliver?
No.
Okay. Okay, good.
Surprisingly
So
not.
too bad.
No.
Okay.
No. But
Well, I mean, I've been to lots of and I can just say that I know when Pam was here, she was like, I can't do this without Susie.
yeah,
No, it's true.
she's so nice.
Yeah. Right. So we all appreciate everything you do for our community, and I know you're very dedicated to promoting Southern Utah,
Love
St.
Southern
George.
Utah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long have you lived here, Suze?
25 years.
And where did you move from? 'Cause you're
Northern
not that old.
Arizona.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I did high school here.
Mm-hmm.
Go Pineview Panthers.
Wow. Yeah.
Did high school. I did my 2 years at Dixie College
Yeah.
when it was a junior college.
How exciting. Yeah.
Left and went to university, and then I came home after I
You came back.
graduated.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you have family here?
I do. My
Yeah.
parents, my sister live here.
Okay, cool. So do you
Yeah.
call this is home?
This
for
is
you?
home.
Okay.
Everyone asks, where are you from? And I proudly say St. George, Utah.
St. George, Utah. Yeah.
Funny story, really quick.
Yeah, let
I
me
was
hear
going
it.
to school in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and this cute girl came up to me and she says, I love your accent. Where are you from?
No, are you serious?
And I said, and I was thinking,
You're
oh
like,
my
praise the
goodness,
Lord.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, what kind of Southern Utah accent do I have? But when I told her I
Yeah.
was from St. George, her face immediately kind of just became crestfallen.
What?
Because I think she was expecting
Something exotic.
some exotic
Yeah.
island country because
Right.
we were in Hawaii.
Because you looked islander.
And I am
Yes, you
Islander.
are. Yeah.
Yes. And so I think she was really disappointed when I
Aw, St. George.
said Utah.
Oh,
But thanks for complimenting my accent.
that's cute. That is so cute. And there really is an accent here. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, and we mentioned Dan MacArthur. If I think of someone who had the Southern Utah, it was him.
It's him.
He had it, all of it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. John Pike obviously is our new guy, but he's doing a great. He doesn't have the accent as much, but
Maybe he'll learn the accent like
Yeah.
I did. I don't know how I learned it,
you
but
you taught yourself.
I taught myself.
Yeah, I know, self-taught.
That's how I work.
So let's jump into the fair because, I mean,
Yes.
I met with you prior to the fair and we talked about business things, but one of the main topics was, is the fair going to happen?
Right.
And you were kind of sweating bullets trying to figure out, is it going to happen? I don't know if it is or not. And we had long conversations about that.
We did. And a lot of it happened, April, March. I was planning a big event out at the Legacy Park, which is the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
We were planning a big agricultural festival
I
in
remember.
conjunction with the Dixie Junior Livestock Show. And unfortunately, COVID happened
Right.
and canceled pretty much all those events in April.
Yeah.
We started
Everything.
with, the Kite Festival was canceled,
There was a
the
lot in
Art
April.
Festival, everything, right? So
And then the Ironman had to be moved. Yep.
right, right. And now that's canceled.
Oh, is it canceled? I didn't know that.
Yes.
So are the senior games, correct?
Yes, and the marathon.
Oh, the marathon is gone too? I didn't know
Yes.
that. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
so we talk about falling on hard economic times here
Mm-hmm.
in St. George and Southern Utah. Yeah, we're going to be feeling it.
I think we are too. I think, especially, I feel sorry, in particular for hospitality, the hotels and the restaurants in town. I mean, all the service industries have suffered a lot during
Yeah.
this thing. And I think that's nationwide. But I mean, St. George in particular has taken a huge hit.
Well, and when you think about our peak times, our peak visitors,
Yeah.
April and May is
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
timing to go to Zion and to visit our
Exactly.
national
It's
and
not
state
too
parks.
hot yet. Yeah.
So you think of all the millions of dollars the hospitality industry lost
Missed out on.
and
Yep.
missed out on.
And the tax dollars, just
And
the tax.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And same thing that's going to happen again this fall in September and October.
Yeah. If
We're
we have a
gonna lose-
repeat.
Yeah. thankfully the park is open, right? Because it hurt more when the park shut down.
That's true.
But thankfully the park is open, but
We
have
don't
that
know.
extra income.
I mean, if, it depends on the election, I think. I mean,
Oh,
call
you're
me
getting into
crazy.
politics,
Call
huh?
me crazy. But I think this thing might disappear if, certain things happen in the election.
After
but
November.
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
So I digress. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But-
But what I wanted to talk about briefly was kind of the road to the fair, because tell us a little bit about the steps and the hoops you had to jump through to get the fair to happen?
That road was really windy
Was
and
it?
long. Yeah. So
Okay.
when you and I met,
Yeah.
I think in April, and we still weren't positive, we had nobody knew how long COVID would be
Right.
around. We thought,
Year,
we
2
thought
months.
maybe it'll be just a couple of months and then we're good. And, so my thought has always been to plan for a full fair, whether or not we were doing it. So I kind of stuck to my guns and planning, okay, just keep going full forward, and then have a plan B, plan C, plan D.
You had 4 plans?
I had many plans, right?
gosh.
And it seemed the closer we got to what we call our trigger date was July 1st. So that was my go or no go date, right? So the county commissioners after July 1st said yes or no. And thankfully they said yes.
How do you think? How did they base that decision? Do you think?
Well, I think a lot of it was I kept them apprised of everything we were doing. So the governor's office had sent out an event template that we followed almost to the
Guidelines?
T. Guidelines on
Okay.
what we were doing for.
What were some of them?
Well, what we were going to do for or for sanitation. What was our plan for sanitation? What was our plan for contact tracing? What's our plan for,
Masks.
social distancing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
Sure.
I filled out this event template. I made sure the commissioners were in the loop. I met with the commissioners 2 weeks prior to that July 1st date in case
Right.
there was anything I needed to adjust or change prior to that no or no go date.
Right.
So, but yeah, following that template, making sure the health department was on board.
Is there a lot of paperwork?
There was a lot of paperwork.
Is that right?
Even more so. I mean,
Yeah.
even to do our beer garden,
Yeah.
my paperwork had to go obviously through the Department of Alcohol and Beverage.
Was that the first year this year?
Second year.
Second year. Okay, it was last year. That's what I thought. Because you were involved last year, too.
I was.
Yeah,
yep.
okay.
So even with the DABC, I still had to turn in that event template
Yeah.
and get approval from the health department to have a beer garden this year.
Wow.
So, I mean, there were a lot more hoops to follow through, which I don't think was a bad thing. It just was more time consuming as an event planner.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
But
Yeah.
but one thing that me and as a fair board, we really had to learn was how to adjust.
Oh,
and adapt,
I'm sure you
right?
did. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it seemed almost every week there was something changing.
I'll bet.
Mid June, we got word that we couldn't do boxing.
Yeah. So
So USA Boxing wouldn't sanction any of our boxing fights, and a lot of the clubs from Las Vegas that come and fight in our boxing at the fair wouldn't come.
you could have done little person boxing.
We probably could have,
I went to that one.
but it's already been done,
I
so we
know.
couldn't do it. So boxing just, all of a sudden we had ordered all these trophies. We had ordered, with the plan that we were moving forward.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we can take off the 2020 off the trophy and replace it next year
Oh.
with 2021. But
Oh boy. Yeah.
so every week there was something we had to cancel. We canceled our Miss Washington County pageant because Miss
So
Utah,
no royalty.
no royalty. Miss Utah and Miss America canceled their pageants. So those were probably
Wow.
the only two things that really canceled for the fair. We did have to make adjustments with our animals section, with our petting zoo.
No bats. You couldn't have any bats.
We couldn't have any bats, especially if they were from China.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Keep them away from here.
But the Department of Agriculture wouldn't let us pet the animals because there was still
you
no.
couldn't have a petting zoo.
Yeah, there was still no scientific data if COVID can be
Transferred. Yeah.
transferred.
So that's funny because I went in the area where the livestock was, and I'm petting the horse, because that's just me.
Kevin missed all the
I'm like,
signs.
oh, there's a sign that says "Don't pet
Don't
the
pet
animals."
the horse.
Yeah. Nobody stopped me, by the way.
Don't feed the chickens.
But I'm very forceful when it comes to.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm not.
But he was a big horse.
Yeah, there was some. Yeah,
We had a big
he was
draft horse this year.
Huge horse. Anyway, so yeah, I eventually learned my lesson and I stopped petting the animals.
Good. I'm glad they didn't. We had a longhorn too.
Yeah. He
the
had a lot of
fair.
cool stuff.
We did.
Yeah.
Llamas and alpacas and emu.
Yeah. Wow.
Daisy the cow.
See, I would have ridden the emu. I would have done all kinds of crazy stuff if they'd have let me. You know what I mean?
Right?
Anyway.
So again, we had to just learn to adapt and okay, if we can't have a petting zoo, what can we do? So we created what we call an animal education center. So people learned where honey came from and they learned about the progress of eggs.
Yeah.
And the parts of an animal. We had those,
Yeah, nice.
Anyways.
Nice adaptation. That was good job on that.
So that were just some things, and it's never a bad thing to have extra hand sanitizer around, which was good. We have so many hand sanitizers.
You did. I noticed that everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it's interesting because even when all this blows over, whatever, hopefully it blows over soon. Probably in the future, we're going to see that type of thing more, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go away. I don't think the mask wearing, I think you'll still see people wearing masks, whether or not it's mandated.
Right.
And that was one thing we didn't enforce
was
at the fair,
mask
mask wearing. We did provide masks
right.
to people if they came inside the building and felt they wanted to wear a mask.
Yeah.
I have a lot of masks left over.
Do you? Okay. Did they say Washington County Fair on them?
No, I bought some cloth ones, and those are all gone.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
No, these are just the disposable
generics?
ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's not, again, you'll see it probably at our next event, hand sanitizers everywhere.
Yeah.
We'll have masks out at tables if people feel comfortable.
So did you get any backlash? Did you get opposition did you have people calling and saying, you can't have a fair?
I did get what I call three hate emails.
Did you?
The week prior to the fair.
They were probably boxers, right?
Yes. They were so upset.
And
boxing.
Royalty.
Boxing and royalty. Boxing had been at the fair for 96 years, and this was the first year we didn't have boxing.
Oh, that's sad.
So it was probably,
Tyler
boxing.
and I would have come out and boxed.
We should have just had you guys.
We should have just,
the Karoke Brothers.
He didn't knock me out in one punch.
Could have been duking
End
it out.
of story.
I don't know. You're pretty wiry.
Maybe. I would have just ran around. I'd have avoided the guy.
Tired him out.
That's right.
Right.
Like Rocky.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
I don't know either.
Oh, hate emails.
Hate emails, yeah.
Yeah. So I had three. One asked that I resign.
Oh, is that right?
From the county fair. Yeah.
Oh.
So I said, take it up with my boss. Because you're not getting
a
resignation.
You didn't resign.
No.
Okay.
And then nothing during, I did get one today.
Oh, one today.
I did get an email today from somebody who.
Were they upset?
Says that we were not socially responsible.
I think you were. I mean, the only concern that I had was in the midway, the young people, were just kind of stacked up like normal, right? And stuff. But I don't really worry too much. I mean, because all the research I've seen about COVID, young people aren't spreading it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and they say that there's a 19% less chance of getting it if you're outside.
Well, that's true. So I think people felt, much more safe. I was just in California, and you couldn't walk in any location, brick and mortar location, without a mask. In fact, I got kicked out of In-N-Out because I didn't have my mask on. But then you go to the beach.
Tell them to look under their cups for their scriptural reference.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
What would Jesus do?
What was I thinking? Yeah. But yeah, the beach was packed with literally thousands of people with no masks. So I guess people kind of feel like if they're outside, their chance of getting is less.
And we contract out with our Midway, with our carnival. And so, they were responsible and they did a great job of sanitizing. They have the UV static sprayers and everything. They did a great job doing that.
I was hoping they'd have a fire hose or something, that they could just
spray everyone down.
It'd be like another ride. You're like, oh, did you get doused yet? No, get in line.
But what's so great about our property is that there's so much of it. We have acres.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was really easy. It's easier for us to do an event out there because of the property and the acreage, whereas some of these smaller events where they're crammed into one or two blocks.
Yeah. Oh,
it makes
it
more
really
difficult.
Could spread out. What was the attendance like? Was it far less this year?
We averaged, we think, about 25% less than last year, which would put us at about 30,000 people.
That's a lot.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
And our derby, same thing. Our demolition derby had about 3,000 people.
Good.
The arena holds 4,000. So
that's great.
That's kind of
Smash
across
up
the
derby.
board, the smash up derby.
That's what I call it. Anyway.
Yeah. But I think, for a pandemic and for everything that's been happening.
Congratulations. Like I said, you need an award for that because I don't think anywhere else in the country anyone pulled off a county fair.
It's really interesting. I was on a Zoom call yesterday with Weber County Fair, Juab County Fair, Davis County Fair, and the Utah State Fair. And Davis County had canceled their fair.
Right.
And Weber and Juab held their fair the same time we did.
Oh, okay.
But theirs was very much condensed.
Yeah.
Weber County didn't do a demolition
Watered
derby.
down, huh?
Yeah. They did a lot more virtual things. The only thing we did virtual was our baby contest.
Oh.
So they talked about how everything was just more virtual. They were trying to lessen the amount, of social distancing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I thought, how lucky we are in Southern Utah.
Yeah, we are lucky.
We're very lucky that our commissioners and our health department that allowed us to go forward and have a county fair.
Yeah.
Something to do right before school started. Some kind of normalcy before
Yeah, it
your
was
kids
nice.
have to
That
go
was
and
really cool.
sit in a school with face masks.
Well, let me just say congratulations for
Thank you,
to
Kevin.
everyone involved.
Yes.
I think it was a successful fair, and I think people really enjoyed it, had fun, it felt like life is normal again to a certain degree.
Right.
And so we have about 3.5 minutes left. So what I wanted you to do, Suze, is tell us about things that are coming up in the next couple of minutes. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we still at Legacy Park have lots of events happening. In a couple of weeks, we have a dog show.
Oh, you do?
We do.
Oh, okay.
Sanctioned by the American Kennel Club.
Great.
Yeah, so there's lots of events. Obviously, our equestrian events are happening, our barrel races every weekend. We have some rope ride something.
Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know.
I'm still learning
I'm not
all the jargon.
myself.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So there's still lots of events happening out there in regards to what I'll be doing. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We are planning to have
seriously?
our Ag Fest
Oh, you are going to?
back in April.
Okay. So this coming April.
Yep,
will be
April
Egg Fest.
2021.
Okay.
And then we've kind of already started planning for the fair for next year.
Oh, good.
Okay, let's bring in some big acts.
Yeah,
Some big
that would be
musicians,
fun.
right? Nobody was booking this
Yeah,
year.
I know. They're
no
just staying home.
artists were coming.
Trying to stay healthy.
So now's the time to book for 2021. And if we're going to move the date,
Oh, you're thinking about moving the date, aren't you? Maybe up.
only on
up.
Radio St. George.
We're going to hear this.
You're going to hear this.
If it was to be moved up, maybe what, May?
No, it's back to September.
Oh, back to September. Okay. I personally, I think that's a great idea.
There's
I
a
love the
lot of
idea.
variables. People think it's so easy. Just move the date.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
But
imagine.
it's
Yeah.
trying to find a carnival that'll come, making sure that 4-H and FFA can participate with school being in session.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
like an active Congress.
Can boxing
Yeah.
happen? Can we have our royalty?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of variables.
Wow.
But
wow.
that's what I'm working on right now is can we move it?
Yeah. Well, if anybody can move
So-
it, Susi Lafaele can move it.
We're going to see. Fingers crossed.
Superwoman, and was it Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. No, seriously. I mean, I think when you're able to pull off something like that, I think a lot of people just kind of throw their hands in the air because they're like, it's just too much to go through to make this happen, and you did it.
Thank you.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a great board. I couldn't have done it. I know I take a lot of the credit. People give me the credit, but I have a great board who knows what they're doing and they get it done.
Yeah. This is a new job for you. We've got about a minute left, but how are you enjoying your new responsibilities besides the fair? Are you liking this?
I love it.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Come visit me if you're out by the DMV.
Yeah. She's out there.
I'm
and
out there.
She's often just out there doing nothing, just sitting around.
I'm just sitting at my desk looking into space.
It's
No.
just like, someone, please visit
Kevin
me.
dropped me off a Diet Coke today. I missed it.
I missed
but
you, yeah.
My office, it was still a little messy, but I'm still cleaning up.
Well, your
from
door
it.
was closed, and I just walked in like I owned the place.
Yeah, you should have taken some candy off my desk too, please. So
Okay.
I have candy, everyone.
Oh, you did? She does. She has a lot of cool stuff out there.
I do.
I do like it out there. So anyway, Susi Lafaele, director of the Washington County Fair, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For joining us today. And
What a
I
pleasure.
hope you'll come back and visit us again and
I
give
will.
us another update.
I'd love that.
I wish you happiness and health.
Thanks, you too.
All right, Suze. See
Bye.
you later.